You're bleeding money, and you don't even see it. Right now, most people are unknowingly sabotaging their own financial future. In fact, 78% of them are stuck in a relentless loop of bad money habits. Habits so ingrained they don't even realize they're the reason they're struggling. But here's the truth. If you don't fix this now, 2025 will look exactly like last year. No progress, no growth. Just the same stress, the same paycheck-to-paycheck cycle, the same frustration. That ends today. In this video, we're exposing 15 money habits silently sabotaging your rich future and keeping you broke. These aren't just innocent slip-ups. They're designed to trap you, to make sure you never truly get ahead. Let's tear them apart one by one so you can take back control of your money and finally start building real wealth. Number 1, you're drowning in subscriptions? Let's be honest, how many of those subscriptions do you actually use? According to Forbes, 2024, the average person wastes $273 every month on subscriptions they barely touch. That's over $3,000 a year disappearing from your bank account without a second thought. Streaming services, fitness apps, premium memberships, you signed up thinking they were just a few bucks, but together, they've turned into a financial drain. Companies love subscriptions because they keep taking your money whether you use their service or not. And let's be real, when was the last time you watched that extra streaming service or used that fancy meditation app you swore you'd commit to? These recurring charges add up fast, quietly eating away at your income. It's time to take back control. Pull up your bank statements right now. Go through every subscription. If you haven't used it in the last 30 days, cancel it. No hesitation, no second guessing. That money belongs in your pocket, not in some company's recurring revenue scheme. Number 2, the pay raise trap. You get a raise, awesome. But what happens next? You upgrade your car, move into a nicer place, or splurge on the latest gadgets. Before you know it, that extra money is gone, and you're still living paycheck to paycheck. Sound familiar? That's Parkinson's law in action. Your spending expands as fast as your income does. If you're not careful, you'll be stuck in this cycle forever, earning more but never actually having more. This is why so many high earners still struggle financially. They assume a bigger paycheck means more freedom, but in reality, they're just upgrading their expenses instead of their wealth. The truth? Making more money won't save you if your spending habits stay the same. So how do you break free? Every time you get a raise, commit to investing at least 50% of it. Put it in the stock market, real estate, a retirement account, anything that makes your money work for you. The goal isn't to deny yourself enjoyment. It's to build lasting financial security instead of temporary luxuries. Wealth isn't built by spending more. It's built by keeping and growing what you earn. Your future self will thank you. Number 3, emotional retail therapy. Feeling stressed, bored, had a rough day? For too many people, the automatic response is, let's buy something. That little thrill of hitting add to cart or swiping your card feels like a reward until reality sets in. Post-pandemic, impulse spending shot up 37%. Why? Because shopping gives your brain a dopamine hit, just like junk food or social media. It feels good in the moment, but after the high fades, you're left with more clutter, more regret, and sometimes more debt. That's how retail therapy turns into a financial trap. Here's how to break the cycle. Use the 48-hour rule. Before buying anything non-essential, wait 2 days. No impulse purchases, no instant gratification. Most of the time, that must-have item won't seem so important after the wait. And just like that, you've saved yourself from another unnecessary expense. Shopping should be a choice, not a coping mechanism. Control your spending, or it will control you. Number 4, ignoring micro expenses. It's just a $5 coffee, right? No big deal. But here's the hard truth. Those small daily purchases add up fast. Over 10 years, that simple coffee habit turns into $18,000 down the drain. And if you'd invested that money instead, you could be looking at over $1.3 million in lost potential wealth. The problem isn't just coffee, it's the daily convenience buys, the quick takeout meals, the subscriptions you forgot about. They don't feel like much in the moment, but over time they quietly drain your financial future. Here's your challenge. Track every dollar you spend for the next 30 days. Write it down, use an app, whatever works. Just pay attention. You'll be shocked at how much money is slipping through the cracks. And once you see it, you can finally start putting it to better use. Small leaks sink big ships. It's time to plug the holes in your finances. Number 5, co-signing loans for family. You want to help a family member, so you co-sign their loan. It seems like a small favor until it's not. 43% of co-signers end up paying off debt that isn't even theirs. And if they miss a payment, your credit takes the hit, not just theirs. Here's the hard truth. If the bank doesn't trust them to repay the loan, why should you? Lenders have strict criteria for a reason. They know the risks. But when you co-sign, you're taking on all the risk without any of the control. Helping family doesn't mean gambling with your financial future. Instead of signing your name on their debt, help them find better options, assist with budgeting, improving their credit, or exploring lower-risk alternatives. Real support isn't about enabling bad financial habits. It's about helping them build a stable future without dragging you down with them. Number 6, chasing financial trendfluencers. Last year alone, Gen Z lost $4 billion chasing bad financial advice, crypto scams, shady investment opportunities, and self-proclaimed experts who make their fortune not by investing, but by selling you the dream. Here's the truth. Real wealth isn't built overnight. If someone is flashing luxury cars, designer watches, and promising you instant millions, they're not teaching you how to get rich. They're getting rich off you. Their secret? Selling overpriced courses, fake investment strategies, and hyped-up trends that collapse as soon as the next big thing comes along. Stop following the hype. Do your research. Stick to accredited financial experts, people with real credentials, a proven track record, and nothing sketchy to sell. If their only success story is how much they made selling their advice, run the other way. Your financial future is too important to gamble on internet clout. Wealth isn't built on hype. It's built on smart, consistent decisions over time. Number 7, not automating savings. Let's be honest, saving money takes discipline. And humans, we're wired to spend first, save later. That's exactly why most people never save enough. We tell ourselves, I'll save whatever's left at the end of the month. But let's be real, there's rarely anything left. The fix? Automate everything. Make saving effortless by setting up automatic transfers the moment your paycheck hits. Here's a simple formula. 10% straight to retirement, because future you deserve security. 5% into an emergency fund, because life will throw surprises your way. 3% into a guilt-free fun account, because saving doesn't mean living like a monk. When that money never even touches your checking account, you won't be tempted to spend it. No mental battles, no excuses, just steady, consistent progress toward financial freedom. The truth? Willpower isn't a strategy. Technology exists to make this easy, so use it. Set it, forget it, and watch your savings grow while you focus on living your life. Number 8, overusing BNPL apps. Buy now, pay later. Sounds like a great deal. Break up payments, no interest. For now, easy, right? Wrong. BNPL users are 102% more likely to overdraft. Why? Because it tricks you into spending money you don't actually have. You convince yourself it's only a few small payments, but before you know it, those small payments pile up, along with the stress of keeping track of them. And if you miss one, fees, interest, and damage to your credit follow. Here's the reality. If you can't pay for it in full today, you can't afford it. BNPL isn't free money, it's debt just dressed up to look harmless, and debt, no matter how pretty the packaging, still holds you back. It delays your financial goals, keeps you stuck in a cycle of payments, and robs you of true financial freedom. The real flex? Buying with confidence, not credit. Owning your purchases outright. Knowing that what you buy today won't haunt your bank account months from now. Don't let a convenient payment plan turn a quick purchase into months of regret. Spend smarter. Stay in control. Your future self will thank you. Number 9, neglecting tax optimization. If you're not optimizing your taxes, you're burning money. cash that could be building your future instead of disappearing into government pockets. The truth is, the wealthy don't stay rich just by making more money. They know how to keep more of it, and they do it by playing the tax game smart. Here's how you start leveling up. Max out tax-advantaged accounts. Your HSA, Roth IRA, and 529 plans aren't just savings tools. They're powerful tax shelters that can grow your money tax-free. Use tax loss harvesting. Offset your gains by selling underperforming investments strategically, reducing the taxes you owe. Deduct what you legally can. Are you a business owner? A freelancer? Even regular employees have deductions they're probably missing. Mileage, home office, education expenses, it all adds up. Your paycheck is already taxed enough. Why volunteer to give away even more? The wealthy study the tax code, hire professionals, and use every legal tool available to protect their earnings. It's time you did the same. Money saved on taxes is money you can invest, grow, and use to build real wealth. Learn the system, use the tools, and keep your hard-earned cash where it belongs, with you. Number 10, fear of investing. Stashing your cash in a savings account feels safe. But here's the hard truth. You're losing money every single year. Inflation eats away at your savings like a slow leak, on average 3.4% per year. That means every dollar sitting in your account is quietly shrinking in value. Think about it. $10,000 today won't buy you the same things in 10 years. Left untouched, it's worth less and less. So while you might feel secure watching your balance stay the same, reality says otherwise. The solution? Invest. You don't need to be rich to start. Even just $100 a month in a low-fee index fund can grow into $250,000 over time. And the earlier you start, the bigger the impact. Because compound interest is the ultimate wealth builder. Still hesitant? Consider this. The stock market has averaged a 10% return annually over the long run. Even factoring in downturns, history shows that investing consistently beats inflation and grows wealth over time. The biggest risk isn't the stock market, it's doing nothing. Sitting on the sidelines guarantees one thing: lost opportunity. Wealth isn't built by waiting, it's built by starting. Number 11, keeping up with social media. Rich. That luxury car? Probably leased. That designer haul? Likely bought on credit. In fact, 68% of rich social media posts are rented, borrowed, or straight up fake. Comparing your real life to someone's highlight reel is a losing game. Instead, flip the script. Brag about building wealth, not burning it. Call it loud budgeting, proudly saving, investing, and making smart money moves. Because real wealth isn't about looking rich. It's about actually being rich. It's about financial freedom, options, and security. It's the ability to walk away from a toxic job, retire early, or take that dream trip without drowning in debt. True wealth isn't flashy. It's quiet. It's having a paid-off home, no financial stress, and the power to make choices on your terms. It's about knowing your money is working for you instead of constantly working for money. So go ahead, celebrate maxing out your 401k, snagging a great deal, or crushing your savings goal. Show off your growing investment portfolio, your debt-free status, your smart money habits. Because the real flex isn't in the spending, it's in the strategy. Number 12, no emergency fund. Here's a scary fact. 63% of Americans couldn't handle a $500 emergency. That means one car repair, one medical bill, or one unexpected expense could send them straight into debt. Don't let that be you. Start with $1,000, then work your way up to at least 6 months of expenses. This isn't just savings, it's your financial safety net, the difference between stress and security. Because life happens. The question is, will you be ready? An emergency fund isn't just about money, it's about freedom. It's the ability to say no to a toxic job, to handle life's curveballs without panic, and to sleep better at night knowing you're covered. It's about breaking the cycle of paycheck-to-paycheck living and having options when life throws you a curveball. Think of it as self-insurance. Unexpected expenses aren't if, they're when. A solid emergency fund means a surprise bill won't derail your progress, force you into debt, or leave you scrambling. So skip the pressure to keep up with the Joneses and start stacking your safety net instead. Future you will thank you. Because peace of mind, that's priceless. Number 13, mismanaging windfalls. Ever heard of lottery winners going broke? 70% of them lose it all within 5 years. Why? Because a sudden windfall feels like free money, and when people don't have a plan, they burn through it fast. Here's how to avoid that mistake. Follow the 5% rule. Want to splurge? Fine, but limit it to just 5% of your windfall. The rest, invest it, save it, make it grow. Because money isn't about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. A financial blessing should be a stepping stone, not a setback. Instead of blowing through it, use it to build something lasting. Pay off debt, pad your emergency fund, or put it to work in investments that will pay you back for years to come. And don't forget, windfalls don't just come from the lottery. Tax refunds, bonuses, inheritances, unexpected cash gifts. These are all opportunities to get ahead, not just spend more. The difference between people who stay rich and those who lose it all? A plan. So before that money even hits your account, decide where it's going. Set up automatic transfers to savings and investments. Use a portion for long-term wealth building. And if you do splurge, make sure it's intentional, not impulsive. Don't let a lucky break turn into a financial disaster. Play it smart, and that one-time windfall could set you up for a lifetime of wealth. Number 14, avoiding money conversations. Avoiding money talks won't make financial problems disappear. It just makes them worse. Secrets, hidden debt, and unspoken stress can destroy even the strongest relationships. The fix? Schedule a weekly money date. Sit down with your partner, review your goals, and get on the same page. No judgment, no blame, just open, honest conversations. Because transparency builds trust. And trust? That's the foundation of real wealth, both financially and in your relationships. Money conversations don't have to be awkward or stressful. They can be empowering. Talk about budgeting, saving, and investing. Dream together about financial freedom, home ownership, or that trip you've always wanted to take, and make a plan to get there. The strongest couples aren't the ones who never struggle with money. They're the ones who face it together. So be a team, celebrate wins, tackle challenges, and hold each other accountable. Whether it's paying off debt, building an emergency fund, or planning for retirement, every conversation is a step toward financial security and a stronger relationship. Because money isn't just about numbers, it's about values, priorities, and a shared future. The more you talk about it, the more control you have over it. And when you and your partner are aligned financially, you're not just growing wealth, you're growing together. Number 15, prioritizing debt over income. Skipping lattes won't make you rich. Cutting coupons won't build generational wealth. There's a limit to how much you can save, but no limit to how much you can earn. Instead of obsessing over expenses, focus on increasing your income. Invest 10 hours a week into learning high-income skills, AI, coding, sales, digital marketing, investing, whatever pays. More skills equals more money. Then, put that extra cash to work. Wipe out debt fast, build an emergency fund, and start investing early and often. Because wealth isn't about pinching pennies, it's about growing your earning power. Think bigger. A side hustle, a career switch, or negotiating a raise can change your financial future faster than skipping takeout ever will. The wealthy don't just budget, they build. So stop playing small, invest in yourself, increase your value, and create income streams that work for you. Because real financial freedom isn't about spending less, it's about earning more. These 15 habits are silently draining your bank account. Drop just 3 and you could free up $1,000 every single month. Look at Sarah. She made 3 simple changes. Cut out useless subscriptions, automated her savings, learned a high-income skill. Fast forward 18 months, she wiped out $30,000 in debt and now earns $10,000 a month working remotely. So, what's stopping you? 15 habits, no more excuses. This is your financial wake-up call. Hit like if you're ready to break free. Subscribe so you don't miss next week's video. 7 investing lies costing you millions. Drop a comment. What's the first habit you're ditching? Let's make it happen.